ecologist Arthur Tansley. A biological community of interacting organisms and their physical environment is called ecosystem. So what makes up ecosystem? First, biotic. When we say biotic, it's all living things, such as plants or flora, animals or fauna, bacteria, and all other things that has life. On the other hand is abiotic, or the non-living things, such as sun, water, soil, moisture, carbon dioxide, organic compound, and elevations. According to National Geographic Society, ecosystem is a geographical area where animals, plants, and other organisms, as well as weather and landscape, work together to form a bubble of life. Whether we realize it or not, we interact with ecosystem every day. We all live in ecosystem and have an important impact on how they work and the other species that are able to live in our shared environment.
Good day, everyone. The tropical rainforest ecosystem is characterized by high temperature and humidity throughout the year with up to 400 inches or 10 to 16 meters of rainfall annually. The high temperature and humidity are caused by their location in the tropics where the sun's rays are most intense. The high temperature and humidity are caused by their location in the tropics where the sun's rays are most intense. These rich abiotic factors allow a great diversion of biotic factors. In fact, tropical rainforests are one of the most diverse ecosystems in the world, with roughly half of the world's species found in the tropical rainforest. The tropical rainforest ecosystem can be found in Central and South America, Western and Central Africa, Western India, Southeast Asia, New Guinea, and Australia. The Amazon rainforest in South America is the largest tropical rainforest in the world, which estimates of 2.5 million different insects, 40,000 plant species, 1,300 bird species, 3,000 fish species, and 427 mammal species. Now, the temperate forest ecosystem is characterized by high levels of precipitation as both rain and snow and temperature change with the season. Depending where they found in the world, temperate forests can be composed mostly of deciduous trees that lose their leaves in the fall of coniferous forests that are evergreens. There are even temperate rainforests which are more commonly found closer to a coast where the humidity is higher. Temperate forests have a high diversity of flora and fauna, supported by rich soils and abundant precipitation. In addition to trees, lichen and mosses are commonly found in temperate forest ecosystems. Many species of mammals are found in temperate forests because they are more suited to variable temperature through the year. This is Jaya de Bulandres.
Coral reef ecosystems are dense population of organisms that are often known as the rainforest of the sea. And these aren't trees. These are made up of tiny animals called coral polyps. Besides the identified 2,000 species of corals, several other organisms live together to make the reef a dense oceanic ecosystem. It's also a habitat for 4,000 species of fish and over 1 million species of other animals such as sponges, algae, plants, and etc. However, some human interventions are causing massive damage to this beautiful ecosystem. Thus, knowing about them before they will ultimately vanish is quite urgent for this generation. Before learning about coral reef ecosystem, we need to understand what coral is. Corals are a colony of tubular-shaped animals called coral polyps with a central mouth surrounded by tentacles. Some people are confused if corals are colorful rocks or plants inside the water. However, they are animals and can produce their food independently. Coral polyps show both sexual and asexual types of reproduction. The most famous asexual type is budding, through which they form a large colony of corals. However, when they perform sexual reproduction, the gametes from both the sex mixes in either outside water or inside the female. body and form a zygote called planula. Moreover, mollusks are sessile while planula is motile and swim freely in the water until they find a stable place to settle down. Also, there are two types of corals, like hard corals and soft corals with distinct characteristics. There are four different types of coral reef: fringing reef, barrier reef, atoll, and patch reefs.
Lymphatic system, it includes all non-flowing still water such as ponds, swamps, bogs, lagoons, and lakes, and so on. It also includes the wetlands areas. Lymphatic system usually do not have a source as they forms in places the groundwater is. Sometimes water will stay on the surface such as lands. Wetlands are created by humans for commercial and recreational use. Animals and plants in the lymphatic system behave and adapt differently. So ano nga ba ang mga various zones sa lymphatic system? Tara! Littoral zone. This zone forms the banks or boundary of the water. This is usually warmer, shallow water with lots of plants such as reeds and cattails. Also, there is a lot of fish, reptiles, insects of this zone. Next is limnetic zone. After the littoral zone, extending a few meters in the water body, alam nyo ba na ang mga isda nito ay malayang makalangoy? And some plants are floating in the water. There is enough sunlight and algae, plankton, and ito din nakatira. Third is profoundal zone. This zone extends beyond the limnetic zone and it is a deeper region of the water and there is no sunlight. O tinatawag nilang napakalamig sa tema dahil dito sa profoundal zone. And next is benthic zone. Benthic zone is the deepest farther of the water of the body. And there is no sunlight, no photosynthesis. And alam nyo ba na mga nakatira dito ay mga worms, bacteria, mga decomposers, and some other structures.
What is shrubland ecosystem? Shrubland ecosystems are made up of shrubs and small trees. Others thrives on sap and rocky snow. Usually not enough rain in this area, between 200 to 1,000 millimeter rain per year. Desert ecosystem. Desert ecosystem is the driest ecosystem on Earth. It is mainly characterized by low temperature level, with less than 10 inches of rain annually and very dry air throughout the year. And is the reason why it has less vegetation and less diversity of life. Plants and animals in this ecosystem have mastered the art of survival in this harsh condition. That is desert.
Taiga ecosystem. Taiga are thick forest coniferous trees such as spruce, pine, and fir are common. Coniferous trees have needles instead of broad leaves and their seeds grow inside protective woody cones. While deciduous trees temperate forests lose their leaves in winter, conifers never lose their needle. Taiga is also called boreal forest, biome of vegetation composed primarily of cone-bearing needle-leaf or scale-leaf evergreen trees, found in northern circumpolar forested regions characterized by long winter of moderate to high annual precipitation. Taiga, generally referred to in North America as boreal forest or snow forest, is a biome characterized by coniferous forest. The taiga or boreal forest is the world's largest land biome. These are the example of taiga. First is the conifers, second is balsam fir, third is larch, fourth is black spruce. Conifers, daylight evergreen forest. The boreal forest is the planet's second largest biome, stretching in unbroken pattern across Europe, Asia, and North. These are the image of conifers. Balsam fir, commonly found in northeastern United States, is a small conifer. They have dark green and shiny needles and are used as a common Christmas. These are the image of balsam fir. Larch. This is the most hardy tree in the taiga zone. It grows in mixed forest, but most of all, because of its resistance to frost, produce monolarch. This is the image of larch. Black spruce plays a significant part in the boreal forest biome because it can survive in completely dry soil and extremely cold weather. This is the image of black spruce. That are the example of taiga. Tundra ecosystem are treeless regions found in the Arctic and on the tops of mountains where the climate is cold and windy. The rainfall is scant. Tundra lands are covered with snow for much of the year, but summer brings bursts of wildflower. Tundra comes from the Finnish word tunturi, meaning treeless plain. It is noted for its frost-molded landscape, extremely low temperatures, little precipitation, poor nutrients, and short growing season. Polar region is some of the example of tundra ecosystem. Arctic and alpines are two types of tundra ecosystem. Compared to the alpine tundra, the Arctic tundra is colder. This type of ecosystem is found at lower altitudes and characterized by severe cold environmental conditions, which are similar to deserts. These are the pictures of alpine tundra. These are the picture of Arctic tundra.
Low-tech ecosystem. This ecosystem ranges in size from very small ponds or pools. This may be temporary and characterized by flowing water. Includes river, stream, brook, and spring. Habang oxygen level is higher. So the continually moving water of the current and the water is clear. The flow of the water is different depending on the river area or stream. This area is shallow, light is able to the bottom, making this warmest area. Diversity of plants and animals living in this zone are the food for the other largest animals that resides there, moving away from Earth.
Grassland ecosystem is an area where the vegetation is dominated by grasses and other herbaceous plants. The grassland ecosystem is found all over the world, and it is characterized by the open spaces where grasses are dominant plant species, also known as prairies or steppes. Grasslands receive them to the 5 inches or 25.4 centimeters to 88.9 centimeters or rainfall. A year usually experience hot summer temperatures. Some trees may be found, but the open space and low amount of rainfall make it difficult for trees to thrive. Grazing animals are commonly found in grassland and can include large species like buffalo and elephants. Many birds and insect species also thrive in grassland.
Oceanic ecosystem includes almost all of the saltwater ecosystem in the world. About 71% of the Earth's surface is covered by the ocean, making oceanic ecosystem the most common in the world. Oceanic ecosystem are plant zones based on a depth of water. Intertidal ocean ecosystem is found in coastal areas where the ocean interacts with both land and fresh water. Meriatic ocean ecosystem is found in shallow areas of the ocean. Abyssal ocean ecosystem is found in deep water on the ocean floor where sunlight is unable to penetrate the water. This ecosystem is the